we've come across evidence that shows that even her own representatives knew that she was threatening and mean and tough and wanted to get her way. This is not something that we wanted out there. It's not something that Justin wanted out there. In fact, it hurts the movie. It doesn't help the movie.
Hollywood is on another tear, where admitting defeat just isn't on the menu, and doubling down might as well be a professional sport. This time, Blake Lively is front and center, opting to go full throttle with damage control instead of quietly riding out the controversy. After all, why own up to a misstep when you can file a gag order and keep the circus going? It all started with a sultry romance film that, let's be honest, no one seemed eager to see. Enter Justin Baldoni, co-star and director, who got caught in the crossfire. But the real legal spotlight turned on Blake Lively, who now faces a staggering $400 million lawsuit. A leaked behind-the-scenes clip of their so-called intimate dance scene not only lit the internet on fire, but also pushed Blake's legal team to strike back with more force than the movie itself ever mustered. Don't assume it's just another Hollywood spat over creative differences. This is a masterclass in PR gymnastics, with Blake's camp churning out spin faster than a tabloid rumor mill. If you think it can't get any more convoluted, trust Hollywood to prove you wrong. We're only getting started. The leaked footage that sparked this circus is, frankly, unimpressive. A short clip meant to convey a tender, romantic moment shows Blake Lively appearing uneasy, while Justin Baldoni seems to be guiding her into character. However, the real head-turner is how completely Blake abandons the scene's mood. Rather than genuine chemistry, viewers get awkward jokes, forced laughter, and enough tension to slice with a butter knife. Blake's legal team seized the opportunity to flip the narrative. Their counter? Slap a gag order on Baldoni's attorney. Because if swaying public opinion isn't going well, silencing the opposition might seem like the next best option. They claim the footage was leaked to taint the potential jury pool. But let's be real, was there an untainted jury pool left after that clip made the rounds? Meanwhile, her team insists the video proves Baldoni overstepped professional boundaries. Yet if you watch it objectively, it just looks like two actors struggling through a scene that's already cringeworthy. Allegedly, Baldoni's inappropriate conduct involved leaning in, brushing her lip with his thumb, and, brace yourself, telling her she smelled good. Because nothing screams Hollywood supervillain like a hygiene compliment and mild physical contact.
And that what in fact happened was Justin didn't harass Blake. Blake was interested in wresting control of this movie away from Justin, who was the director and the producer. She was just an actress in it. And used threats and coercion and bullying to do it. And to the point where this guy was in the basement at his own movie's premiere.
Blake's refusal to concede doesn't end with gag orders and accusations. She also brings a healthy dose of hypocrisy to the table. During a recent interview, she stated she couldn't relate to her character's experience, implying she's never gone through anything remotely similar. Yet, her legal team's statements paint a different story, depicting Baldoni's on-set conduct as making her visibly uncomfortable. Which version are we supposed to believe, Blake? Are you the unbothered actress who's never faced these issues, or the victim bravely enduring workplace discomfort? From an outsider's perspective, it looks like she wants it both ways. Then again, this is Hollywood. Consistency is optional, while drama is mandatory. And let's not ignore her sense of humor. She claims she cracks jokes to cope with tough situations, which might sound relatable, until you notice she's poking fun at her co-star's nose and hinting he should take time off for a nose job.
I feel so nosy.
I know.
And my noses.
And my nose is so big.
Yes. I was hoping that we could address this. It's not too late. Just gotta shut down. We gotta call an insurance month and just deal with that.
Yeah.
And then
Cut.
Just kidding.
Naturally, she follows it up with the classic Hollywood disclaimer. Just kidding? Because nothing says sincerity like insulting someone and then backing off when it doesn't land. The real sticking point, though, is how her jokes weren't just awkward, they sabotaged the scene. In the leaked footage, she continuously breaks character, laughs nervously, and does whatever she can to dodge intimacy. Meanwhile, Baldoni, poor guy, tries to salvage the moment, only to be labeled the villain. It's as if she's rewriting the on-set rulebook as she goes. If you think the legal tussle stops with the gag order, guess again. Blake's camp isn't just defending, they're going on the attack, painting Baldoni as a near caricature of a Hollywood bad guy. Their statement claims he was out of character during the scene, as if it's easy to remain composed when your co-star treats a romantic moment like an open mic comedy show. The gag order, however, is about more than silencing Baldoni's lawyer, it's about controlling the narrative. Blake's team knows that the more people see of this footage, the harder it'll be to cast her as the victim. In the court of public opinion, perception is king, and this is one Hollywood production they can't completely choreograph. There's also the broader hypocrisy to consider. Her team is now calling Baldoni's behavior inappropriate. Some have even hinted it's akin to workplace harassment. Yet Blake herself once said she was fortunate never to have experienced anything like what her character goes through. So which is it? A fearless actress who can't relate to these issues, or a victim of a supposedly toxic environment? Hollywood is known for flipping the script when it benefits the bottom line. And let's not overlook the ironic twist. The leaked footage shows Blake leaning away and suggesting the characters just talk, instead of displaying intimacy. A bold move for someone who signed on to a romance film.
My favorite part of what I've read of this suit so far is that Blake Lively did not even read the book that the movie was based on.
Correct.
And we're not talking War and Peace. This is a book that's probably written at a second grade reading level.
Yeah.
But hey, why stick to the screenplay when you can improvise on the spot? The real irony is that her unwillingness to play the scene as written makes Baldoni's attempts at romantic engagement seem even more awkward. As if that weren't enough, the fallout has pulled in intimacy coordinators, legal teams, and just about anyone else associated with the production. Intimacy coordinators, the unsung heroes of today's film sets, are said to be avoiding this project like it's cursed. Apparently, 4 of them either quit or ghosted the production entirely, leaving us wondering what behind-the-scenes chaos is scaring people off faster than a bargain bin horror flick. Whispers in Hollywood suggest this lawsuit might set a troubling precedent. If a director can be sued for following the script, how long before every film sticks to car chases and explosions just to steer clear of potential lawsuits? The whole industry could become one endless action reel, dodging the minefield of inappropriate behavior allegations. Maybe the biggest takeaway is how two-faced Hollywood can be. Blake's team has painted her as a victim bravely standing up to a director who crossed the line, while also releasing statements that contradict her own interviews. Baldoni, on the other hand, has been cast as the antagonist for merely trying to coax an uncooperative co-star through a scene. It's a lose-lose scenario that only Hollywood could concoct. So, what have we learned? In Tinseltown, a good scandal always trumps the unvarnished truth. Blake Lively may be pushing the trifecta of deny, deflect, and double down, but the internet has already picked sides, and no gag order can keep people from pointing out the obvious inconsistencies in her story. In the end, Blake Lively's approach to this entire disaster feels like a masterclass in Hollywood damage control. Deny everything, steer attention elsewhere, and double down on any narrative that keeps the spotlight away from your own missteps. From gag orders to clashing statements, her team has tested every page of the PR rulebook to keep the situation from spiraling. But as we all know, the more you try to sweep a Hollywood scandal under the rug, the bigger it tends to get. Meanwhile, Justin Baldoni finds himself in an awkward position. Directing a romance film with an actress who suddenly decided to rewrite the script mid-shoot must have been challenging enough. But now he's the scapegoat for all that went wrong. It's a textbook example of how quickly Hollywood will turn on its own when the narrative goes off the rails. The poor guy probably just wanted to make a touching movie. Now he's buried in a lawsuit with more intrigue than anything that ended up on screen. Where do we go from here? If Hollywood's past is any indication, this uproar will eventually die down, only to be replaced by another equally outlandish headline. Blake will move on to her next role, Baldoni will continue directing, and we'll be left wondering why an industry obsessed with storytelling can't seem to get its own story straight. Until that happens, we'll be here, watching the chaos unfold one overblown headline at a time. If there's one lesson to take away from this fiasco, It's that Hollywood will always deliver fresh drama, even when nobody asked for it. And now, we'd love to know your thoughts. What do you make of this whole Blake Lively-Justin Baldoni saga? Is Hollywood just living up to its usual double standards, or is there something more at play? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit subscribe for more deep dives into the wild world of celebrity scandals. See you next time. All right, show's over. Hungry for more twists? You know where to find us. Keep that popcorn hot. We'll handle the drama. Want to catch the next showdown in real time? Hit subscribe and buckle up.